Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's realistic review in which we are taking a look at one of Germany's most iconic planes, and that is the Bf-110 C-4 today. Very nice heavy fighter in the early battle ratings. This thing sits at a 2.7 battle rating in realistic battle, and it is quite nice for a heavy fighter. It is pretty fast at its battle rating. Good in a dive, although at the end of the dive you will suffer some control stiffening, especially on the ailerons where the roll rate really becomes a little worse. It's pretty agile for a heavy fighter, although of course you gotta put that in perspective for a heavy fighter compared to other heavy fighters at this battle rating. This thing is pretty maneuverable, but against anything that is a single engine fighter, yes, you're gonna be less maneuverable most of the time. Although when this thing is fast, it has quite a nice first few turns, and once you get slow, you also lose a lot of maneuverability and you really become a brick after a certain while. The plane has fantastic armament and a good ammo load with it as well. It runs with two 20mm MG/FF/Ms, and it has 180 rounds for the 20mm. 360 total, and I used air targets in this match for that gun. It also has four 7.92mm machine guns, the MG17s, with 1000 rounds per gun, 4000 total, and I used stealth for those in this match. The plane also has some good payload options, which makes the plane quite versatile. You can use it as an interceptor or you can use it as a ground attacker. That makes the plane quite versatile, as I said. It turns pretty decent, like I said, on high speeds, but the plane also is quite sturdy, which is quite nice. The plane can take a hit or two without tumbling from the sky, and it will keep on flying, losing certain parts as well, which is quite nice. The gunner is decent, not really too good, because the turret has a big blind spot where it can't shoot at planes that are exactly on the same altitude as you are behind you, because of the formation of the tail. So there is a problem there. Your plane's really got to be slightly above you, 20 degrees, 15 degrees above you, to get over that blind spot, and that makes it quite annoying sometimes. You just gotta be low to the ground when you use that thing. That would be ideal. So like I said, the plane has maneuverability that is good for a heavy fighter, but not compared to the single engine fighters. It has fantastic firepower, but it's slow in the acceleration. It bleeds speed in maneuvers, especially in the vertical, and the energy retention isn't fantastic either. And aside of that, it is also a big target, which makes it easy for enemy planes to get shots in somewhere on you. The plane also needs to be flown in a strict boom and zoom manner if you want to use the plane as much to its strengths as possible, as the other options will quickly make you run out of options. Now in this match I was having fun. I met two of my subscribers, two guys who knew me quite well, and we were chatting away a little bit and cooperating when the shit hit the fan, so to speak, and we had a good match together that way. It was fun. Always good to see cooperation with strangers. Here we go for our fourth kill, and there is an I-16 incoming as well. We are not too fast, but the plane isn't slow right now either, so that gives us the option to make a turn or two. But the I-16 of course is very maneuverable, and if this guy doesn't make any mistakes, he could outturn us easily. But of course I'm not alone here. We're with three guys against one, and that should make this easy. And despite that, I even managed to get myself into a little pickle here, where the I-16 does get a shot at me. I use negative pitch and I roll over, and he misses his shot as my ally takes out the enemy. Now as we were returning to the base, as I run quite low on cannon ammunition, We ran into these two guys coming from the airfield and a MiG-3 coming from our airfield. A little bit sandwiched in between. Lost cannon rounds. They do not do the damage required to shoot him out of the sky, unfortunately. He also gets a few hits in on me. As I continue to extend, I don't want to turn around. The Yak-7 and the I-16 that are following us have more energy. They're higher than us. And that combination, a Yak-7 and an I-16, is quite dangerous. We are approached by a Jedi here. And I was suggesting to extend past him make a pass at those enemies, and hopefully they would turn around so we could engage. And we managed to escape. Jedi there made both of them crash. I guess he used his lightsaber instead of the guns. That was quite funny. He's still flying as well. Brilliant. He probably crashed into both of them. I don't know. If he sees this and he was a subscriber, then let us know in the comments what you did to those two planes, because it is a mystery to me. I saw them both crash. In the meantime, we got caught up with this Su-2 at our airfield. And I'm quite low. I was trying to go to land, but I decided to turn towards him and to fight with Darth there. Because I didn't want him to strafe me at the runway or to throw some bombs on me. But I noticed, of course, that the Su-2 is quite maneuverable for an attacker. And he easily gets on my tail. Now here I am going to try to make him overshoot. Pull up into the vertical, lower throttle, and he does indeed overshoot. And there we go for the turn, and see if we can get him. Dart shoot at him and makes him turn quite sharply. There is no chance we're gonna turn with him here. I could have tried to use flaps here though, but I didn't. I wanted to keep my speed as high as possible, as I know this plane suffers in vertical maneuvers, which I always make in these kind of moves. Can't just make a flat turn here. The plane does pick up a little bit of speed when you come down from a vertical maneuver like that, which is nice, but like I said, the acceleration isn't spectacular at all. He goes down thanks to Darth, and I'm going back into land. It's about time. We've got one overheated engine with the water, and we got back up. There's still two enemies in the match. And we were going to meet them somewhere between here and their airfield, most likely. I believe there was one attacker and one fighter still left. But the match just ends, nothing happens, they don't bomb anything. First place in the team though, with 4 kills. But I think we were robbed there of a nice finale. With 2 versus 2. Very unfortunate, I was quite disappointed there. But yeah, the ground forces are fighting each other, and that ended the match. The best squad, Terror of the Sky and Bulletproof, 19,000 Silver Lions and 3,400 research points. I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now that was a lot of fun. I like this plane a lot. It is fast, it's good in a dive, it's pretty agile as long as it's fast. It is equipped with some very good guns. The Minengeschoss are always fantastic, especially in the early tiers. Very much enjoyable. The plane is very nice in a boom and zoom roll, and if you keep it fast, then it can be a lot of fun to fly this plane, despite its downsides, like becoming a brick at lower speeds, and the blind spot of the turret, and the bad maneuverability compared to single engine fighters. The slow acceleration and the poor energy retention, and the bleeding speed in maneuvers are all, well, they're downsides, and they make sure that this plane is not anywhere near overpoweredness, but the plane still has its good sides, and if you work towards those good sides, this thing really is a beast at its battle rating. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.